Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on third, Watson. Flushed out right. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Richmond.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, here's Miller. It'll get up third down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Richmond.
Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Come back. Tiger.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The first carry for C.J. Procise. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. To throw on second down is Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And down to the 28-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Handoff comes to Peterson. AP still got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Through it for a solid game.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Check.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Third and long. It's Luck. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dumps it complete to Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson forced out to his left. out. Watson lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and set and change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
12.
Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Terry connecting on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Watson on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On first down, Watson on the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. A first down carry now for Miller. Down to about the 22 here. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To throw on second is Watson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They'll try the air now with Watson. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. On first down, it's Love. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. Now a first down throw. Luck. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Second and 10, Luck again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking deep for Hilton. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Target.
Here's Watson on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Target. Richmond.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. The final shot before the break. Luck looking deep here for Ebron. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's locked. Over the middle. It's caught by Rodgers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with Procise, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Watson drops it to Blue, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
11 V. 11 V.
Out of the gun, Luck. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Tempo. 12. Gun.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And now running right through it. A good pickup there at 22. Watson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Akeem Hicks able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Come back. Two jet. Tiger.
shotgun snap for Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Out of the gun,
Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Back now in Indianapolis. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Luck now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Richmond. Tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A carry for Foreman, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Foreman. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Foreman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
In the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Back 22! Back 22! Richmond!
Operating from the gun. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Richmond!
Here's Foreman. And an alley to run. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play. Touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now it's Luck. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Luck now to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Luck. Now he'll escape to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
11 Z. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
From the gun on third down, Luck. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Foreman's Achilles apparently back to 100% if that last run was any indication. The Texans with a 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Ready. 12.
One last throw here for Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city